Hi friends, since you have shown interest in the weight gain journey or how you can gain weight, so let me tell you how this Wellsense program can help you in your weight gain journey and what are the various components and science behind it, so that before you get into the weight gain journey you understand the science and principle behind it, right? So when we talk about weight gain, we need to understand, our body is composed of several elements, right? It composed of water, blood, muscles, bones, fat, right? And when we talk about gaining weight, so we focus on the three things, right? We cannot control much on the water level because that is voluntarily regulated by the body and the different hormones. What we focus on, we can focus on your bone density, we can focus on your muscle mass and your fat mass, right? So normally what we do, like we consider a BMI of 23 based on your height and weight. We calculate, okay, this is the amount of weight you need to have, and based on your energy levels and your whole current age, gender, sex, we can come up with the your daily calorie intake, which is basal metabolic rate, it how much amount of calories you are burning even when you're at rest, right? So we need to calculate, okay, if this is the amount of calories you're burning, so we need some excess of calories surplus, let's say 500 calories excess of it, so that you can start accumulating something in, right? But only thing we need to understand that, only khari just khane se don't, only taking enough of calories will not help you, right? What we need to do is we need to focus on take that your body's demand has to increase first, because many a time we have seen जिन लोगों को वेट गेन करने का इश्यू रहता है, लाइक हु आर नॉट एबल टू गेन बिकॉज उनकी एपिटाइट इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं होती है, राइट? बिकॉज दे डोंट फील लाइक ईटिंग मच, और इवन इफ दे आर ईटिंग इनफ दे आर नॉट एबल टू एब्सॉर्ब और डाइजेस्ट इट इन देयर intestines, right? So it's really important कि we need to understand कि why it is happening, right? So first, to get that level we need to get some blood tests done, because we have seen people with a very weak liver or certain deficiencies like vitamin D, phosphorus, sodium, or some electrolytes in their body. They have some problem of absorption of nutrition in their body. And even we have seen people with low mass, like you can say low weight, they have a low creatine levels, right? Which is a, you can say, indicator of metabolism of muscles in your body, right? So first thing first, that we need to get certain blood tests done, which includes your vitamin D, your liver function test, your creatinine levels, your lipid profile, and and thyroid related tests, so that we understand if there is any abnormality in it or not, right? Now when we talk about the weight gain, so we can gain weight in three ways, as I mentioned. Like you can gain in bones. Bone can only your body demands for calcium will only increase when there is a expense of calcium, right? And expense of calcium means, like when you're doing some physical activities and your load bearing joints are coming into the picture, right? So that is why we recommend you do some resistance training or exercise is like the plays a very huge role when it comes to the weight gain, right? Number one. Number two, when it comes to the muscle mass, or muscle gain, so obviously muscles will only gain when you rupture the old muscles and you trigger your body into gaining the new muscles, right? And there are certain hormones which are responsible for your growth, right, which is called insulin growth hormones, right? And which is dependent on your, you can say, for males, the testosterone hormones, which is very much uh, responsible for your growth and for your muscle gain. That is, so we need to make sure that you are taking enough of nutrition so that your testosterone hormones or muscles growth hormones are triggered, right? And we need to make sure that when you're into the fasting mode, right, like when you do intermittent fasting, then also these hormones are released in the body in a good proportion, so that also triggers good muscle gain, right? So those are the area which will be focusing when it comes to the gaining in terms of muscle. And obviously when it comes to the fat part, right, we need to understand that getting some good fat is also important for our body, right? We should not just feel fearful of it, right? So we need to add some good fats, like in terms of we need to add some ghee, right? Some, I would say, poly unsaturated fats, right? We need to increase some vegetable oil, some peanuts, or you can say some uh, like refined, not refined oil, but more of a coconut oil, desi ghee, butter, right? So these kinds of, or you can say dry fruits, nuts and seeds, we will add it into your diet, right? So idea is to increase your calorie in a healthy way, not just like just keeping and feeding you something which can give you short term result but introduce any other problem in your body, right? So the next step forward is like you buy a BMI composition machine, which will give you the percentage of your fat, muscle, water inside your body, and based on that we can set a goal for you, like how much kgs of weight you need to gain in terms of your muscle and in terms of your fat. And based on that we can, you know, start your journey. We can provide you 5 meal, 3 to 4 meal diet, right, in a day based on it, and make sure that you are able to do at least 12 hours of intermittent fasting. Along with it we'll add some supplements for like your protein intake, some multivitamins, and some, you know, as per your deficiencies. So this will take, you know, roughly 2 to 3 good months for your body to adapt based on your activity levels, and you can expect a good result of like 5-6 kg within a span of 2 to 3 months. Thank you.